everyone out there in the land of YouTube. Annette Dion, I'm the host and founder of the one and only Psychic News Network. It is the weekend. It's after the weekend of Thanksgiving, so it's definitely not the weekend, it's Monday. How you guys doing? What's going on? Hello. Love and light to you too. How was your day? How was your full moon day? Full moon in Gemini. I was out a little while ago and the moon was brilliant. Really bright. Really incredible. Feeling the energy. What's going on in the news? The heinousness of Donald Trump continues, for one thing. Irene's back. And the full moon is in his sign of Gemini. And also Jack Smith is a Gemini. There's a lot of insurrectionists in our government that are Geminis. If you want to know more about that, check out the Spirit Talk podcast with Kathy Beale, because we do talk about those things. Gemini is a sign. You've managed to ignore Trump? Yay, you. Gemini is a sign of, it's an air sign. Yeah, isn't the moon amazing? Cheryl's up in Maine, she can see it. Gemini is an air sign. It's kind of a chatty sign. So if anyone's feeling chatty, the full moon contributes to that. And also, what else about Gemini? Well, you can kind of feel torn between two different, like being at a crossroads. Hang on, let me sit on this pillow. That's a little better. So I have noticed in the air today that people are feeling agitated. Yes, I'm doing well, thank you. I've noticed there's a general air in the energy in the air. That people are feeling agitated, and I think it's just a little bit more extreme right now because it is a full moon and everything gets amplified on a full moon. And I have a couple of theories as to why people are feeling a little agitated. And Darren says that her three cats are definitely feeling the energy. Well, Anne's saying she's been accused of being an airhead once or twice. Are you referring to that you're a Gemini? So anyway, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we all really need to learn how to be more intuitive and pay attention to our guts. And let me explain. I think it's getting to be clear to us. Be grateful I had to take a down day. That's really important. I think it's becoming clear to us that the mainstream news is not giving us the news. I'm a little bit disturbed. The only mainstream news that I give a fair shot or chance is MSNBC. And I don't know if all of you watch MSNBC, but that's where I get my lamestream news. I used to call it mainstream, now it's lamestream. And I've been noticing that they've removed people. Ali Velshi, it has been removed. And Mehdi Hassan has been removed. And I wasn't a fan of Mehdi Hassan, but he did tell it like it is. He put like a pessimistic twist on it. But it's not why he hasn't been on MSNBC. The war in the Middle East has something to do with that. And there's another, so I miss Ali Velshi, and I kind of miss Mehdi Hassan. And, Janet, thank you so much. You're so sweet. You just kind of appealed to my sense of why do I do this. She's like saying how much she appreciates it. Ari Melber hasn't been on very much. He hasn't been on very consistently. I like Ari Melber. Nicole Wallace is out, but I'm not sure why. And I'm finding it a little bit disconcerting that we're not getting the real news. I'm finding it disturbing. I'm finding it disconcerting that we're not getting the real news. We're getting slants of the news. We're getting, I mentioned before that about 5 or 6 major conglomerate corporations. Nicole Wallace just had a newborn girl. I thought so. I thought that I had heard that. So I hope she comes back soon. Okay. She hit it well. But I think, oh, she adopted a baby. Okay. So there's about 5 or 6 conglomerate media corporations. I mentioned this recently. I read it in the book Free the Press. And I went, well, isn't that interesting? There's about 5 or 6 major conglomerates, and I mean worldwide. Oh, yay, Nicole Wallace. Good for her. Worldwide. And they're controlling the narrative. And I was remembering when I've read on this before, when I read on what's going on at MSNBC. Why are they kind of not telling us the full story? Or leaning towards talking all about Trump. And then whenever I read on it, I got that their hands were kind of tied, the anchors, because of corporate. And so now more and more and more, I'm starting to see and understand that we're not getting the true news, right? Which is why Midas Touch and Brian Tyler Cohen and David Pacman and all these pro-democracy YouTube channels and podcasts, Pod Save America, that's why they're getting a lot of mileage. Yes, Nicole Wallace, people are saying she adopted a baby, or because she didn't look pregnant to me, and all of a sudden she has a newborn. So I think it was an adopted situation. So, and I've also spoken to, bear with me, because I'm kind of fleshing this out. The media, I know that the Kremlin has been involved in psychological warfare, which I've talked about a lot. And I just want people to be aware that brainwashing is a thing, cult mind is a thing. People that you used to know and love that you can no longer be friends anymore have been manipulated. Their brains have been manipulated by psychological warfare. So I've said for a long time that we've been in a war with Russia for, well, since 2015 anyway, but it's not a war that you can see. It's a cyber war. Now, as I kind of have been on this kind of train of thought, I'm starting to come across information that verifies what I've been picking up on. So if you wonder why we're so divided, just know that Vladimir Putin is well versed in psychological warfare, and is well versed in how to interfere in an American election. And Vladimir Putin is well versed in how to manipulate people's minds. Russia has it down. I mean, of all the world, Russia knows how to do psychological warfare. So Putin's well aware that divide a nation that's not united. We're the United States of America. It's our unity that's been our strength. And our unity of I love freedom and you love freedom, and together we want to save our freedom, and together we join together and we make sure that we save and preserve our freedom, our government, by the people and for the people. So Putin gets in, the Kremlin gets in, messes with people's minds through, I mean, think about QAnon, right? I don't have a TV either. I just want you to know. Abby's saying she doesn't have a TV, nor do I. So I just get what I want off the internet, the news that I want. When you divide people through subliminal seduction, look at QAnon. QAnon and these algorithms and everything. So So when you get into this sort of unconscious, remember subliminal seduction came around a while back, right? Somebody's saying we have more than 200. That was quick. I'm happy you made it to the party too. That subliminal seduction was a thing that came out, I think, in the 70s. And then it was put into like self-help tapes, self-hypnosis kind of tapes. When you all hit the thumbs up, I will do a group hug. We'll do that. So it's a real thing. And I know we just came off of Thanksgiving. I didn't get together with relatives. I was kind of, so I don't have that problem where I'm around the dinner table with 2 or 3 people or maybe more that are Trumpsters, right? But I know that this has caused divisiveness in families. So just coming off this, I think it's going to help us all to understand that dividing us is the plan. Group hugs can counter mind control. Well, yeah, actually, I love Lawrence O'Donnell. Actually, they better not take Lawrence O'Donnell off. Morning Joe, I haven't been able to stomach Morning Joe anymore. What a shame, because I was a big fan, but I've written to them so many times and they keep doing the same stuff. Don't worry, we'll get to the group hug. All these people are saying they don't have a TV. I don't have a TV either, right? So I'm wondering if you're getting your news from me. Like, I can relate to not having a TV. No worries. I love Lawrence O'Donnell. He's one of my favorites. So, hang on. I'm trying to finish my thought here. A little while ago today, this afternoon, I heard on, I'm not sure who's, it was the 4 o'clock, whoever was hosting, Katie Fang maybe. I had 504 thumbs up on my Friday broadcast. Thank you. I've stopped looking. They were literally talking like this. Well, gee, the economy is like historically good. The economy is so good. They're actually saying this on MSNBC, right? Why? Oh my gosh, the economy's so good. Oh, it's better than ever. It's like record-breaking good economy and the best economy out of all the G7 countries coming out of a worldwide pandemic. Wow, it's so good. And then they're all waxing philosophical about, well, why don't Americans feel optimistic about the economy? What's going on there? And they're like on MSNBC going, oh, we just can't figure it out. Why do people feel pessimistic about the economy? Well, if you covered it, maybe if you didn't bash Joe Biden at every turn because he happens to be in the 80, he just turned 81. Have you tried that? So then they're all like befuddled, like jobs up, prices down, sales up, people are spending. We just came off of Black Friday and Small Business Saturday. I don't know what they call Sunday, but Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday. The American people are spending money. The price of gas is down. And we're all freaking complaining? I hope not. They can't figure it out. They can't figure out why people are being like, oh, the economy's bad. Well, Fox News, Newsmax, CNN, and MSNBC. I don't watch CNN, but MSNBC, they're not talking about it. Ali Velshi had COVID. Yeah, but he's also off MSNBC. So anyway, we're doing a group hug and then we'll continue the conversation. Ready? 1, 2, 3, group hug. All right. I want everyone to get more tuned in. Oh, record sales on Black Friday. More tuned in to our intuition so that you can watch the lamestream news with a grain of salt. Oh, Ali Velshi was on for Nicole tonight. Thank you for letting me. I was driving and I didn't really see I wasn't paying that much attention. They're always saying people aren't feeling it. Yeah, because they're not talking about it. And I really am embarrassed that the American people would be complaining right now. I'm embarrassed that people in America are complaining in the face of everything that's going on in the world. We are so fortunate. What's an electronic cottage? Anyway, you know how I get. It's been 15 minutes of me blah, blah, blah. But it's really important that we learn how to tune in. And it drives me freaking insane. Case in point, a few years ago when Bill Barr came out after the Mueller report and we were all, what they find out in the Mueller report? Remember that day? I was livid when Bill Barr lied to the American people and said we didn't find anything in the Mueller report. That's just one example. Wildflower Wind says, I think if you have an indoor toilet, you're doing well. Yeah, seriously. MTG's book is a flop. I just read that. Yeah, Betty's remembering she was so freaking mad. I remember where I was. I was coming to my office. I was just, turning off my car and hearing the news. And I was like, wow. Bill Barr, after all that, actually said they didn't find anything in the Mueller report. And I started out tonight by telling you that this is all Russia interfering in what's going on in America because they hate. There was collusion. It was clearly in there, and Bob Mueller clearly said they put him through holy hell. Old school. I think he was a Republican. They put him through holy hell. He didn't know what he was dealing with. We waited so long. We wanted to hear. Okay, we want to know about Russia meddling in our election, and now Bill Barr's coming clean. Trying to save his butt is what he's trying to do. Anyway, when you get more sensitive to knowing when people are lying to you, you'll be outraged. Morning Joe's saying more positive things. Maybe they listened to my emails. Maybe they read them. You'll be able to tell when you're being lied to, and you will feel the feeling that you're being lied to. You'll feel it in your body. You already do feel it. There's no need to be enraged with Mueller, Thomas. The person to be enraged with was Bill Barr. Bob Mueller wasn't like an orator. He did his job, and he didn't even have to do that job. He opted to do it to serve his country. So I'm gonna pull a few cards and finally, welcome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, hey Russia, hey Proud Boys. We have to learn to listen to our instincts. The other thing that's happening, and please pay attention to this, because as I have been thinking about it from a psychic perspective, what am I picking up on here? I'm starting to come across certain things, certain sources that I trust that are confirming what I've been feeling. And one is when you turn on the news and they say, oh, when Trump, or if Trump gets in the White House, oh, Trump's numbers are higher than Biden's. When they say that is fashioned, that is tailored to get you upset. And notice how upset you get. And as soon as you get upset, turn it off. Yes, you don't have to be a baby boomer to know that Russia has been trying to destroy the U.S. for many, many years. Russia, are you listening? Yes. Hello, CNN. 3 cards about whether people are going to start waking up. The reason that I said if it makes you furious is because I want you to, if it makes you furious, it's a sign. I want you to understand that that's by design. That's by design, to get you upset. Because for me, Sometimes I get so angry when I hear this stuff that's, I mean, like the polls, oh, Trump is ahead of Biden, and you look at it and you go, I don't know. I mean, people died from COVID that didn't need to die from COVID, and he's the most criminal person on the planet in terms of somebody who's in the public eye, and nobody really can stand him, and he screwed up this country beyond belief, and he racked up our debt by like $7 trillion, and they're saying, oh, people want Trump? Give me a break. I do turn it off every single time. But I don't turn things off until I get the information that I want to get, and the information is they're lying, obviously. I'm pulling 3 cards finally. Sorry it took me so long. And 3 cards to see what's going to happen with the media. Like, what I want to know is, are we going to wake up as a collective? If you're not talking to your family members and your friends because they became Trumpsters, they probably couldn't help it. The polls are false. The polls are false. So, actually, somebody did post up there that MSNBC was getting better. Morning Joe was getting better about, we have woken up. Yes, and we're not the only ones. And I don't mean to sound all pessimistic that people aren't going to wake up, because more people were woken up and voted for Joe Biden in 2020. And if you have to turn it off, if you feel like you have to turn it off, that might be your intuition telling you. If you get really angry, that might be your intuition telling you that you're being manipulated. Yeah, and Republicans were in Russia on July 4th, 2018. We've talked about that many times, but it bears repeating. And somebody's saying that Nikki Haley will get the nomination. We'll look at that, but let me tell you something. There's no way that the Republicans would vote for a woman. We'll take a look at that tonight. And I just want to say, even if you don't have a TV and you don't watch it, you're still picking up on it. And Trump is being booed everywhere he goes. Yeah, so how, they really think we're that stupid? Okay. I'm pulling a few cards about, I don't know why I'm pulling 4 cards. I'm like doing a Celtic cross here. I don't usually do that. The media is bringing, they're actually looking at it. They're looking at that they're not looking at their morals, believe me, their morals and their ethics. This is big conglomerate corporate media that's attempting to control everybody. So this is about mainstream media looking at their dropping numbers and not liking that their numbers are dropping. I encourage everybody to write to these stations, to write to these channels. The 6 of Wands, I'm going to tell you, around February, March, April, those few months, you're going to see a lot of information coming out about people that were involved in January 6th and what's coming for them. So when that happens, it just looks like the news is going to lean more towards the truth. Warren says, what's wrong with voting for a woman for president? Well, I'm not saying there's why would I say there's anything wrong with voting for a woman for president? All I'm saying is that the Republicans will not vote. You know, the misogynist Republicans will not vote for Nikki Haley. No way. Yeah. So the news media, because they're losing people, they're going to try to figure out what to do about that. Aw, Dale's so grateful for the intelligence and knowing of this beautiful group of people. Thank you. Thank you all. Yes, thank you all. Thank you. And thank you to the wrenches and all you good folks out there. I don't think that Nikki Haley will be the nominee, but we'll take a look at it. I'm just looking at the simple fact that, for the most part, The Republicans they're chauvinist. They think women should be in the kitchen. And I'm not sure what Nikki Haley's stand is on women's rights. She's not American enough for them. Exactly. She has, one of her parents is from India, I believe. Do I have that right? Thomas is making the turkey? You are? Warren wants me to be president. I don't think that I can even entertain that idea because nobody would vote for me. Okay. They want women making the turkey. I see what you're saying. Let's pull 3 cards on the fate of Nikki Haley. She believes in a 6-week abortion ban. Well, forget that. That's not going to work. I could fix... Warren says I could fix the country within 6 months. Yeah, I'd be like, okay, world problem. What do I see? That's how I would be president. Hey, it'd probably be pretty effective. Let's see. Nikki Haley. We're just going to look at 3 cards about what's going to happen for Nikki Haley. What's the trajectory for Nikki Haley? She's building her thing up. She's the only one. She's the only one of the Republican candidates that people can actually kind of tolerate. 3.2% increase in Social Security next year. I don't know. Warren, I don't know about that comment. If Jared Kushner can fix the Middle East and Annette Dion can do far better worldwide, well, my name and Jared Kushner should not be in the same sentence. 4 of Wands. Well, this is it. Nikki Haley is the one candidate that the Republicans feel like won't rock the boat too much. But let's ask this. 3.2% Social Security is going to go up? Why did Jared and Ivanka have to borrow $20 million? When did they borrow it? I'm sure it was before Jared got $2 billion. Yeah, I didn't hear that about Social Security. That's good. So you mean that it will go up like in terms of what people get? Yeah, that's what you mean, right? Okay. So Nikki Haley is the one that the Republicans feel like is the only one who's palatable. Yay, Joe Biden. I said it before and I will say it again. Joe Biden is keeping this world from going into World War III. I know that's a big reach. It sounds like a big reach, but that is true. I think we have a new viewer and I can't see the whole question. It's kind of going off the chat. Sam just got off the phone with Social Security. Is that what they told you? Let's check the pendulum. And I know that the news will just keep telling you, oh, Trump is going to be the nominee. Well, let's see. Is Donald Trump going to be the nominee? I have a no. That's what I'm asking now, Valerie. Will Nikki Haley be on the ballot in 2024? It looks like Nikki Haley will be on the ballot. I got that Trump would not. Joseph got no? Are you asking the same question? I'm going to do this again. Will Donald Trump be on the ballot in 2024? No. No. No, no, no. So I don't know where they're getting off telling people on the news that, Trump is way ahead and people want Trump. Don't listen. Honestly, don't listen, people. That's my advice. Take her to leave it. There's so much going on in the world right now. Oh, welcome Australia. Let's have a bell for Australia. Who's in tomorrow, I believe. It'll be Nikki and Chris Christie. On the ballot? Yeah, we cannot count on the mainstream media. Let's look at what's going to happen in New York with the gag order. I didn't hear the conclusion today. Betty gets no also. Are you using a pendulum, Betty? Let's look at the gag order. Let's look at what's going to go on with that. I've been a little bit concerned because I've been picking up cards like there's going to be an event that will cause the judicial system to take this really seriously. 4 of Cups, 8 of Cups, yeah. There will be a gag order. I've always gotten that there'll be a gag order. As far as that goes, I get that the Trump's lawyers are playing it all wrong. The Trump's lawyers are just playing it all wrong. They're blowing it. There are ways that they could kind of win and look better, but they're completely blowing it. And the 8 of Cups is they're going to have regrets and be sorry. This is about Trump's gag order. And the 9 of Pentacles, they do put a gag order on him. Biden and Harris will win in 2024. Yeah, I get that. Oh, Jimmy Carter is going to be with the Bidens and former presidents. They're going to have a funeral for Rosalind at their church. I bet he passes right after that. Yes, good question, Joanna. Elon Musk is having a meeting with Netanyahu. Elon needs to keep his nose out of politics. Well, and Goran fined 45 more than 250 million. I believe so. Trump's lawyers are taking a chance on losing their license. Yes, they will. Lisa, tell me what you think about George Santos. Tell me if you think George Santos will be expelled, because you don't need me to tell you. I trust your intuition to tell you that. Melania is attending what? What do you mean Pinocchio? Speaking of Pinocchio and the degradation of the mainstream news, I was reflecting today on, remember when if somebody was lying on TV, they had an actual Pinocchio? Why is Melania attending the funeral of Rosalind Carter? Are you sure? Yeah. And Elon's not even... Elon Musk is not even an engineer. I'm not really sure what he is. And I'm sorry, I'm jumping around. It just came out on Midas Touch that Trump got smacked down by federal judges. He's got it coming to him. Trump has it coming to him. Are you sure Melania is going to the funeral for Rosalind Carter? I don't know. Where'd you hear that? Maybe just because the first ladies traditionally go? Is Melania going to be at the memorial service? Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Because Jimmy Carter, I mean, maybe he doesn't have anything against Melania. Maybe that's a little... gentler. I know Melania and Rosalind are both first ladies. I'm not as dumb as I look. Sorry. It's the full moon. I can't imagine Melania doing that either. She's going to have a coat that says, I don't care either, do you? I'm pulling 3 cards on that, on how that's going to go. I don't think that Jimmy Carter will really care at this point. I mean, he's 99 years old. I'm reading on that. It's not going to go well for Melania. Do you remember? There was some kind of G7 summit, and the world leaders are meeting. Do you remember this? Because as soon as you said that Melania is going to be at the funeral, Rosalind Carter, or is it the wake or the funeral, the memorial, or what? I don't know. I'll have to look up the details on that. As soon as I thought about that, I flashed on when Ivanka was there on some kind of a G7 summit, and she was trying to get in on the conversation with Trudeau and Macron and I think it was the German chancellor or something, and Ivanka was trying to get in on the conversation, and they just looked at her like, girl, you're out of your league. Go back to your makeup. Was Merkel there? Angela Merkel was there? That's right, she was there. I was thinking that she had been gone by then. Anyway, this is how it's going to go for Melania. I have the Ten of Swords. It's not going to be comfortable. Well, that was what I flashed on when you were asking about. I'm asking about how it will go for Melania. Now, I just want to tell you, and it's probably hard to believe this, but I feel like Melania has a little bit of compassion. Yeah, I feel like Melania has a little smidgen of compassion, and I'm talking about like microscopic, like even smaller than this. But I'm kind of feeling her parents around her too. I don't know if her parents will be in tow. Very little compassion. I don't know. Well, the only reason that I can see that she would go is because she's a former First Lady. It is hard to believe. It is hard to believe. I feel like the Donald has a lot to do with it. Yeah, she has no compassion. Microscopic. No, I don't think Trump is going to show up with her, but I do feel like he's telling her to go. I feel like Melania does not want to go. Now, don't you think that you would know if Trump was going? You guys are all telling me she has no compassion. Understand me. Microscopic drop of passion. Compassion. Not passion. Compassion. Yes, I wouldn't think that Trump would be invited, and so that's why I'm kind of confused about the Melania thing. Was Trump invited to Rosalind Carter's funeral? No, he was not invited. No, she was never much of a first lady. Remember what she did for Christmas? First of all, she used cuss words when she described what she had to do for Christmas at the White House to her friend Stephanie, who wrote a book. I don't remember her last name. You remember Grisham, was it? Stephanie, Melania's friend? She'd go for the attention. Oh, Rosalind invited her? Rosalind was a little, maybe it was towards the end. Yes, the red Christmas trees. That was creepy. Okay, Miss Lori says, does that say Lori? Says she only has compassion for Barron. So see, she's capable. She has a tiny bit of compassion. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. I just did my nails. Is Melania is she going to be there? Yeah, she'll be there. Is it because Trump told her? Strong yes on that. Strong yes on that. If it were up to her and her alone, she wouldn't go. Strong yes on that. Trump pressured her to go. Why? Well, just that she's a former first lady. technically. Is 45 in court in New York tomorrow? Does somebody have an answer to that question? You have Trump information overload? I wasn't reading on Trump. I was reading on Melania. Do not complain, Warren. Sheesh. Know that it's a full moon. And your friendly neighborhood psychic is kind of fiery tonight. Sun is in Sagittarius too. Please hit the thumbs up. I want to ask about Elon and Netanyahu. Okay, now let me tell you something. Let me tell you something else. Where's Libby and the astronaut? Well, Libby's there next to Betty Bunny. Hang on. Libby's here next to Betty Bunny. We'll put Libby here, and the astronaut is here. What do we call him? Artemis the astronaut? You guys are so funny. I always look forward to seeing you all. I do. Thank you. Elon and Netanyahu. Let me tell you something. I'm just going to say this in, ways that kind of code. For entertainment purposes only, I months ago told you that I saw Netanyahu under arrest. I also, nobody can convince me that this isn't true. I don't know if anybody would ever know factually. Nobody could ever tell me that this isn't true. Netanyahu had information about what was coming. Hang on. Here's Libby. I'm telling you guys, you're like all children out there. Do you see Libby now? I kept Betty Bunny here from Easter because you all wanted to keep Betty Bunny. Anyway, we need the comedic relief. We need the lightness. All right. I have a wastebasket here and it just tipped over. Crazy. Yes, you can see them now. Netanyahu knew what was coming. I don't know if he knew the details. And, let's just keep on saying for entertainment purposes only, because this is just based on my psychic impressions, which I refer to as psychic facts. Yeah. Did he know about the tunnels? Did Netanyahu know about the tunnels? I get a yes on that. I need a display case for my good luck charms. What good luck charms? I'm getting a strong yes that he knew about. I'm getting a strong yes that Netanyahu knew about the tunnels. We're tiptoeing around delicate territory. Okay, so Earth Mama thinks this was a diversion. Oh gosh, really? A diversion? You really think? I don't think it was a diversion. I don't think that Netanyahu would say, "Come on, Hamas." I don't think it's that. I think I get the sense that he kind of turned away. Yeah, I get that Israel knew about the tunnels, so Netanyahu knew about the tunnels. I can't even believe they had tunnels. I mean, it's just so horrible. Yes, it's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Read what Warren just wrote, because that's exactly, I'll read it to you. I think all of Israel knew about the tunnels. I actually think he knew in advance of the attack, but he was more concerned about staying in office. That's exactly what I get. Good job there, Warren. You're forgiven for all your misdeeds. Will the ceasefire last longer than, is it 5 days now? Okay, I got that the ceasefire will last more than 5 days. Mar-a-Lago has tunnels too. Some of the tunnels are historic. Well, they expanded them. Yeah, it's such a, I mean, it's really a hard time in our history. That's why. Okay, I don't know how many days they're on with the ceasefire, but I just got that it's going to be more than 5. Do you know which day we're on? When will the men trapped in tunnels in India? Oh my gosh, I don't even know about this. There's men trapped in tunnels in India? I don't know about this. I didn't hear that. They added 2 more days. My question is, which day are we on? Yeah. Somebody's saying Joe Biden did an amazing job. There's nobody who could do what Joe Biden has done. Navigating this. My question is, how many days is, you're all telling me how many more days they extended it to. What day are we on? Thank you, Electrostorm. So I got that it would go beyond 5 days. Okay, so actually that's probably the actual news. Thank you for giving me the answer. All right, so tomorrow would be day 5. Okay, no worries, Joseph. No worries, any of you. I hope nobody's getting offended by me. I can be a little brash. So I'm hearing that date that's been 4 days. Will it extend as far as 10 days, the ceasefire? No, I'm not getting 10 days. Will it be 6? Okay. Will it be 8 days? No. Okay. 7? It looks like 7 days. I'm getting 7. So 7-day ceasefire. Gosh, can we just send all our vision, all our energy, all our light there, that this comes to an end, and Darren saying, no problem, we fire signs can definitely be a bit feisty, yeah. Sag, Scorp rising right here, and a full moon tonight. I reserve my right to be feisty. Warren's asking, will all the hostages be released? Hang on, I do have to get to Elon and Netanyahu. Will all of the hostages be released? No. How do we know how many there are? I mean, you can give me a number, but there's no way that number can be accurate. Yeah, Joe Biden's amazing. Oh, there's an Indian mine, and there's I'm not getting that all the miners will escape in India. Will they be rescued? Will the miners in India be rescued? I get no. Oh, sad. I haven't heard about that. Okay, so meanwhile, back in the Middle East, it looks like the ceasefire will last about 6 days, 6 or 7 days. Yeah, I'm not getting a positive on that. The news said could be 200 hostages, but they don't know for sure, and I'm not getting that they'll all be freed. I mean, I could ask if will almost all the hostages be freed? No, I'm getting a little bit like that Hamas isn't really interested in freeing the hostages, that they're doing this obviously for an ulterior motive. Yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm completely jumping around right now. I know I am. Lisa asked if Santos would be expelled this week, and Warren asked the same thing a while back, to which I responded, what do you think? Because I know that you know. But nobody's told me what they think. I think that it's obvious. I think it's obvious about George Santos. That's why I'm telling you to tell me. And then I'll tell you if you're right. I'm not going to do all the work on that one. Even though it's easy. Yes, thank you. You win. Warren wins. Pinocchio will be expelled this week. Absolutely 100%. Okay. Elon. Elon is evil. Okay. Will he spill the tea? Who? I'm lost. Oh, Santos. Okay, see, I did it to myself. I'm on too many topics right now. Thank you, Marby. I'm on too many topics. Well, interesting. Okay, now we're putting on hold Elon. We're going to get to that next. Where's the holiday tree? It's still November. I'm still on November. I'm not on December. We're going to go to Santos. And then we'll talk about Elon and Netanyahu. I think it's interesting that George Santos claims he has dirt on Republicans. Here's the thing. It's so easy to make the case that he's lying unless he has receipts. Let's see. If you decorate for Christmas too soon, you'll encourage snow. Somebody's asking me why I'm yelling. Because I yell. This is about George Santos. He's a sad case. He's a sad case. This is, they're gonna really torment George Santos. They're gonna torment George Santos because he does have dirt. And the Star and the Empress are coming out around this George Santos issue. I don't think anyone will believe him. I think he's gonna come out with just, yeah, I talk loud. I want you to hear what I'm saying. Sorry if I'm yelling. I'm from Massachusetts. We yell here. I'm half Sicilian. I love you guys. Unconditionally. So George Santos, he's going to come out with it, but he's going to really pay the price because the Republicans are going to come after him when he comes out with, when he does like a Madison. Remember what happened to Madison Cawthorn? Cheryl's asking if Damon's here. I think he would make himself known if he was. This is the United States. These cards both represent the United States. So, oh, you guys are funny tonight. I'm talking like a mass woman. Exactly. Have you ever been to Massachusetts? This is mild, believe me. Okay. Yes, thank you, James. James lived in Boston. We get loud when we're excited. Yeah, if you ever go to a bar, can't hear yourself think. Yes, exactly. The same group that got Madison Cawthorn removed are working on Lauren Boebert. Oh, okay. Thank you for the donation, Robert. Much appreciate. George Santos has some really sad days coming. Whatever he has, whatever dirt he has. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate the support. I appreciate all of your support. So George Santos has dirt on the Republicans. He does. I have more support from being loud than not support. Are the Republicans going to do what they can to cover up what George Santos has? Yes, and that's what they did with is that Sissy is saying that Santos is a nothing burger. We're not talking about Santos being a nothing burger, because I started to think today, well, maybe he's not such a nothing burger because he seems determined to expose the dirt. Will he be able to expose the dirt on the Republicans? No. Boy, they have some real sneaky shenanigans up their sleeves, those Republicans, to be able to hide all the things that they're hiding, which is concerning. But I do feel like Santos is going to end up with a huge heartbreak, and I've always felt like he was going to prison. I always have felt like he was going to be, like Brazil will be knocking at his door. No one will believe Pinocchio, that's true. But it looks like that I got the Star and the Empress means the United States is really going to be in a way better position with him gone. Will all the stuff about the speaker be released soon? By the end of December. Oh, good old Mike Johnson. Most of the news that I tuned into today, just here and there, was about the hostages and Hamas. Oh, Thomas is reminding me it's time for a commercial break. Let's read on Elon first. Yeah, Madison Cawthorn tried. Santos won't be believed. Yes, that's true. Sissy, have you not been watching? Because you're saying what kind of stuff on the speaker. I've been talking about that quite a bit. We're reading on Elon first. What is Elon Musk up to? I mean, I just, you know what I see in my mind honestly, it's probably not funny, but when I think about Elon, I think about Dr. Evil from Austin Powers. David Beckman was reporting on MT Green. Is she leaving the... It's okay, you don't have to apologize. Is she leaving the house? Well, I just read on George Santos, and I got the Star and the Empress and the Three of Swords. So that I got the Star and the Empress indicates to me that democracy is going to be in a much better place with George Santos gone. So Marjorie Greene, if she's at risk of losing her seat, that could be a very good thing. But right now I'm reading on Elon Musk, Dr. Evil. But he's more evil than Mike Myers and Austin Powers. He's more evil than Dr. Evil. Fellowship? I apologize, Sissy. I'm on too many different topics. Elon. Elon and Netanyahu are in bed together, so to speak, in a business kind of way of saying. Elon Musk has lost 75. I think he's lost more than that in endorsements. Marjorie Greene is upset that everyone's picking on her. She wants to go on Jimmy Kimmel. Sorry, I'm talking about Marjorie Greene. Netanyahu and Elon Musk. Well, it's complicated. Why are you saying poor Canada? What's going on? Okay. What I have with Netanyahu and Elon is that Elon's going to Netanyahu and making an offering. And I have the Six of Cups, which indicates to me a kind of a plan to overthrow democracy. For entertainment purposes only, I feel like the meeting between Elon and Netanyahu has to do with overthrowing democracy. And that's what I get. They want to control the messaging. They want to take away Israel's democracy. And that's what I get on that. Does that make sense? Everyone's talking about Marjorie Greene. Thomas reminded me it's time for a commercial. Don't leave. This is just my commercial to let you know what I am offering. I'm always offering readings. Book of Tarot reading. Oh wait, this is old. All right, just since it's still up here, I'll offer this to you because I forgot to change it. See, it's Cyber Monday. Book a tarot reading by tonight at midnight, and you'll get a $20 rebate. After you book it, I'll give you a rebate. Save our democracy, save lives. Go to grassrootsofdemocracy.com to join our meetings. Tomorrow we have a 20 on Tuesdays guided meditation for a healed America. We do that every week. Our winter solstice event is Sunday, December 17th. Sign up for that right away. 4 to 6:30, I'm going to be playing piano. I'm going to be leading you through ritual. We're going to have, I didn't draw a Yule log. I need to draw a Yule log. We'll be decking the halls with boughs of holly. It's not a religious thing. Anybody can come. Winter solstice is for everybody. There's a solstice tree. So definitely, yes, I found my whiteboard. I didn't lose it. I just wasn't using it. Winter solstice event. We need to get the magic back in our lives, but we have to create it. And we do that through ritual. And you can have your wassail and your eggnog, and you can have a party at your house and join us. One more thing, make your life better. Watch Church of Spirituality, Sundays at 1 Eastern, and it's up there from yesterday. Our theme for November was Harvesting Spirit Abundance. Yesterday's sermon was called The Frequency of Abundance. Really good stuff. When you become a member, you're invited to a psychic party once a month, and you get an affirmation in your inbox every single morning. I extended that. So no longer is it just Monday through Friday. Maria signed up for the Solstice Gathering. Everyone signed up. And Betty loves church. Yes, so definitely check out Church of Spirituality. It will help you. Okay, now it's a little bit after 8 and people are getting onto Midas Touch, I think. Yes, make it a party on December 17th. I have plenty of room to do a reading for you, so please book a reading, psychicannetdion.com. Solstice Ball. Yes, it's a solstice ball. Let's read on Marjorie Greene. I'm probably going to not stay on too terribly long because I do want to watch Midas Touch. And they start at 8. And Joanne's husband and she tune in every Sunday. Yes. Church of Spirituality is very, very close to my heart. Everything that I do is, but that's mostly. Okay. Let's read on Marjorie Greene. And then we'll read on MAGA Mike. And then we'll read some tea leaves. And then we'll say see you later till tomorrow. If you're going to come to Grassroots of Democracy to our 20 on Tuesdays, go to grassrootsofdemocracy.com. Marjorie Greene. Oh, she reminds me of Trump because she really thought her book was going to be a best-selling. Marjorie Greene thought her book was going to be on the top of the New York Times bestseller list. No. No, actually, this book ended up costing her. I know, this hour does go so fast. It's true. I feel like this book put her in the hole. Oh, John liked the sermon. Thank you for saying so. I appreciate that. Yeah, Marjorie Greene's book, it put her in debt. That's what I'm picking up. She got the message that she's in debt. I hope Marjorie Greene's book goes on the ban list. I love it. 10 of Cups. Actually, it's giving the Democrats a lot of glee. Now it's on top of the dumpster. Sorry the trees died for her book. Hopefully they were like sustainable. The RNC won't buy it to help her. Yeah, I don't get that Marjorie Greene is of any use to the Republicans right now. Good fire starter. You could get a tossed out copy and you could burn it. Gloria's saying I'm freezing. Am I freezing? Am I freezing up? If so, I will just go. It doesn't look like I've disconnected. I'm not seeing that I've disconnected. I mean, usually I get You know, that terrible, like, you're disconnected. Why waste the match because it would be pleasurable. She's caused so many people so much pain, Marjorie Greene. Yeah, I love the artwork on these two. This is a Llewellyn tarot deck. MAGA Mike. So yeah, if I'm freezing up, it's on your end. Wi-Fi's been really wonky. There are like cosmic rays bombarding the earth right now, like more than ever. So that makes people feel crazy too. Thomas mentions space lasers at the same time that I'm talking about cosmic rays. I'm not talking about Marjorie Greene's version. MAGA Mike. And while I'm looking for cards for MAGA Mike, while I'm picking those cards, I want to say that one thing that was very, well, this anti-Semitism and people just being cuckoo nuts, violent is really, please send a lot of light, please do a lot of meditation. Because I was reading about the 3 guys from Palestine they were freaking just walking down the street in Burlington, Vermont, and they got shot. So let's keep them in our prayers. Yeah, MAGA Mike. We need love. We need love. We need more love, people. So, MAGA Mike. The fate of MAGA Mike. Okay, so here we go with the 5 of Cups. MAGA Mike is delusional. He's delusional. He's thinking that the American people are going to just let him do what he's going to do. Yeah, that was terrible in Vermont, in Burlington, Vermont. Yeah. We got to do something about this hatred. It's horrible, and unthinkable, and that's why I say it's a really hard thing. Yeah. I'm reading on MAGA Mike, but I just wanted to say that I read about that like these guys, they were just young guys. They were in college, just walking down the street together. So let's really just keep praying, hard. And doing what we can to spread love around. Really important to end violence. Okay, MAGA Mike. What's coming out about him is not going to be easy for him to handle. And the Ace of Pentacles indicates the truth is coming out about MAGA Mike, and I see him trying to scurry and hide. I see MAGA Mike trying to scurry and hide. So these aren't good cards for him. He's really delusional. MAGA Mike really thinks that he's got enough evangelicals on his side for his extremism that he will maintain his seat. He really doesn't. He doesn't know what's coming for him. He really doesn't. And I see judges, and I see a lot of complications for MAGA Mike. You get that Putin has been infiltrating us since 2011. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're not in America in a place where we can really trust anything, because we're being infiltrated. They caught the guy who shot those guys. I didn't get if it was fatal. I didn't read too much more. It's so upsetting. It's really, really, really hard. MAGA Mike was saying over 50% of the country believed in absolute truth. Well, that's exactly what I just picked up. He's delusional. What animals scurry? I don't know. What animals scurry? I guess squirrels? 2 inches of snow in western Illinois. Yikes. It's coming. Yeah, Warren saying he understands one of the victims will never be able to walk again. So let's hope for a miracle there. Yeah, this is insane. Okay. We will pull 3 more cards. Elephant scurry. Yeah. MAGA Mike is delusional. We are going to read the tea leaves. Was Hakeem Jeffries' reincarnation of Alexander Hamilton? I always thought that Lin-Manuel was. No snow, please. Well, you know what? Back in the old days when we were all children, we got snow this time of year. When the climate was different. Lin-Manuel Miranda was Alexander Hamilton. Somebody wants to know if Hakeem Jeffries was Alexander Hamilton. Was Hakeem Jeffries Alexander Hamilton? I get no. Was Lin-Manuel Miranda, was he Alexander Hamilton? Was he actually Alexander Hamilton? Let's see. I get a yes on that. Guess he wanted to stay alive. Keep his legacy alive. Let's pull 3 cards before we read the tea leaves. Oh well, I'll be late for Midas Touch. 3 cards about this week. Betty says when she was a young girl, we had snow from November to March. Where were you? Oh, we're unwinding down. We're losing people. They're starting to drop like flies. Cards for the week. There's going to be a lot of hard stuff going on in the world. We will glom onto our democracy more. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles. What's going on in the world right now is making us more passionate about democracy. So we see what is going on in the world and we want to hold fast to our democracy and do whatever we can. Somebody's just showing up now. You can watch it on replay if you're just showing up. So we will see a lot of hardship, a lot of difficulty this week, but we're gonna start rebuilding America and democracy. I do see that. Go democracy, go! Join Grassroots of Democracy. Go to grassrootsofdemocracy.com. We have a lot. We have a lot of activity around Mercury and Jupiter. I see right here, it looks like there's a person. It's so hard to do this one. It's so hard to turn this and show you what I'm seeing. But there's a person with a broom sweeping things up. We really are. We're doing cleanup on aisle democracy. There's a whale. There's a humpback whale here. We've been getting. I think of songs when I think of humpback whales because they create songs. We've been getting people dancing in the tea leaves. So it's definitely a time to be active, to keep your energy up. We are going to see, remember last time I was showing you that women and children were going to be highlighted and the women and children hostages are being returned. So that was a good thing. That was a good thing to check out. But as far as communication goes, we're going to see lots of changes in communication. Lots of changes in the way communication happens. So, write to MSNBC, write to the mainstream news because they may actually heed what you're saying. And I see democracy getting stronger. The weaker Donald Trump gets, the stronger democracy is going to get. And this George Santos situation, I know that was a quick tea leaf reading. This George Santos thing, for some reason, that him being expelled is going to shift things. And Marjorie Greene, I don't feel like is long for this world. And people are mentioning in the chat tonight that Lauren Boebert is in the hot seat right now. Is that true? Do you know who's holding her accountable? I'll check it out. We'll get into more on Wednesday. Please come to Grassroots of Democracy tomorrow. We have our 20 on Tuesdays guided meditation for a healed America. We do that every single week. And book a reading, psychicannetteDion.com. Thank you for your donations. Please know that this is the work that I do. Giving readings is the work that I do for my income. It's all that I do. So if you book a reading, it's a win-win. I've been doing this for 30 years, so you'll get a lot of information. And also a tarot class that I taught is online. It's available for purchase. on psychicannettedion.com. You can learn how to read the tarot in 2 hours. A little more than 2 hours. Psychicannettedion.com. Please hit the thumbs up on your way out, and I'll see you again on Wednesday if I don't see you tomorrow at 20 on Tuesdays. Be well. Namaste. I'm going to watch Midas Touch. All right. Love you guys. See ya.